How are we all going, folks? My name is Joe Man Murphy, all the way from Ireland originally. Now a local to Nambour here on the Sunshine Coast. And I have the pleasure of today being here at BDJ sessions to play a few of my original tunes. Thanks for having me, guys. This is a brand new song of mine. This is called Loneliness. I'll be bringing you this in 2024. Loneliness, oh, loneliness. You're back again, my only friend. Loneliness, always like holiness. It's the one you love who isn't really there. I wanna reach out for more than your hand. 'Cause I wanna shout out. I wanna be so much more than the man that I am. Happiness, oh, happiness. Sometimes you seem so very far away. And happiness can come from tenderness, and knowing that just someone even cares. I wanna reach out for more than your hand. 'Cause I wanna shout out. I wanna be so much more than the man that I am. I wanna be so much more to you. I wanna be so much more to me. And yet here I stand, standing on my hands, when I should just set them free to be I really am. Cause I wanna reach out for more than your hand. I wanna shout out. I wanna be so much more than the man that I am. Oh, I wanna be so much more than the man that I am. I wanna be so much more than the man that I am. I wanna be so much more. I wanna be so much more. I wanna be so much more. I wanna be me so much more. Thank you. I'm going to move on to play a little song called The Lonely Road, which I recorded last year with Sunshine Coast, local favourites, JC and the Tree, who we were just talking about. They lended their beautiful backing vocals to this song. A song which I wrote up at Palm Creek Folk Festival, or Townsville Folk Festival as it is now, about 2 years ago. And I sat there out in the bush with my friend from Adelaide, and we wrote this song. It's called The Lonely Road. Does not matter if you're right or wrong, or you're rich or famous and don't belong. Trouble's gonna find you. Trouble's gonna rip out your soul. And no words could ever describe it. Saying nothing only riles the one you love. But either way, that tunnel deep. The cards that I've been dealt, gonna deal with them myself. And these are the cards that I've been dealt, gonna deal with them myself. Oh, somewhere on that lonely road. Well, I've never been one to cry a lot, got a cupboard full of shit that I've been bottling up. One day it might scream out from that jaw. But till that day I'll rise and say, just look at yourself, you got a divine display that if you try real hard, you can reach out to so much more. And these are the cards that I've been dealt, gonna deal with them myself. These are the cards that I've been dealt, gonna deal with them myself. Oh, somewhere on that lonely road. Get the check and we start losing friends. Just gone so young, why did it have to end for them? Oh, and the mind weighs heavy from time to time, and we all lose sight of it, and that's no crime to wanna be. Oh, to wanna be somewhere on the lonely road. Just somewhere on the lonely road. Just somewhere on the lonely road. Somewhere on that lonely road. Thank you. As I said, I grew up over in Ireland. I was born over there. And I used to live on Killiney Hill outside of Dublin, under these two beautiful old pine trees, just around the corner from Bono's house. Not that I ever saw Bono, but he was normally in LA. There was always a crowd of people outside of his house waiting to see him, and he was never there. But they'd always be lined up. And under that pine tree, I lived in the early 2000s, and I wrote this song called The Old Pine Tree. This is off my album 9 Lives, which I released last year, which had 9 songs and 9 artworks for each song, which you can see online on my Instagram, or you can go to Bandcamp and get the album there, which has a high-res images of all the artwork as well. So jump on there, support local music, guys. This is The Pine Tree. I follow that freight train, the dirty banks of the old canal. When I climb those stairs to go and see you, my girl. But it wasn't you that caught my eye. It was more than a feeling that I can hold. I lost my people, I've forgotten what it felt to belong. You see, I'd live no forward in a dress to find out who I used to be. And out of the blue I was back, running down that same old path to find out who I used to be. Just like my family, under the big old pine tree, under that big old pine tree. Well, I climbed that hillside in the pouring rain to feel safe again. And now I'm sitting there on that 45A, 'cause I just can't explain how the desire to be this way, it's like the desire to be that way, who knows where they go. I gotta speak my own language, I gotta put on a show. You see, I'd live no forward in a dress to find out if I used to be. And out of the blue I was back, running down that same old house to find out who I used to be. And just like my family, under the big old pine tree, under that big old pine tree, under the big old pine tree, yeah, under the big old pine tree. know where I arrived, no, it's funny to think that I thought that I was free. And I ran like the wind, and I just had to flee. Had to find my way back home to that old pine tree. Oh, that old pine tree. I follow that freight train to the dirty banks of the old canal. When I climb those stairs to go and see you, my girl, to that old pine tree. Thank you. As we said, this is BDJ Sessions, and you can find you guys on YouTube. Don't forget to subscribe for the best of local music, and you can check out, I've been watching some myself. It's amazing performances. Some of my favourite musicians on the coast. So thank you guys for the amazing work you're doing. I'm going to play you a little Irish tune. This is called Fliggy. Well, Fliggy and me, we hit the sea, then rode in on the stern side, and pumped the car, jumped overboard, and rode in on the king tide. Came aboard of their own accord with knives drawn, they broke down. Now Fliggy and me are no longer at sea, and won't be back in Castletown. From what we saw, no longer we will sail rocking shores of Bay of Biscay and all of the Opium Trail. And the lights went out as we went south forever with the sea, and no one ever found a trace of Fliggy and me. The light and took the fight, and scorn and God would stand. By night we fell, sent to hell, never to return to land. And the lights went out as we went south forever with the sea, and no one ever found a trace of Fliggy and me. So no longer we will sail rocking shores of Bay of Biscay and all of the Opium Trail. And the lights went out as we went south forever with the sea, and no one ever found a trace of Fliggy and me, of Fliggy and me, of Fliggy and me, of Fliggy and me. So Fliggy and me, we hit the sea, then rode in on the stern side, and jumped ashore, jumped overboard, and rode in on the king tide. Came aboard of their own accord with knives drawn, they broke down. Now Fliggy and me are no longer at sea, and won't be back in Castletown. Thank you. That's a workout on a hot day. All right. It is a kilo loser. So we'll take it down a notch. When a couple of years ago when that strange thing happened where none of us went out for 2 years. Touring had been a thing I'd been doing for about 7-8 years. And when it was gone, you realise it was quite nice to actually connect with some friends, sit around a campfire and just spend more time together than we ever used to do before, than just always be on the way somewhere. So as bad as that time was, it was a nice time to slow down. And I realised over that time that all we really needed was good food, good friends and good wine. So I wrote this little song. As the dust settles, we ask, what did we learn? Did we find solace in ambition or watching the fire burn? And we chastise those for the decisions they made, while we sit there with a fresh IPA and wonder why there's no harmony at all. I turned off the TV 'cause it's all misery and hate. I turned off a lot of friends and family of late. And yet all of the time, yeah, my world is fine though. I could probably cut down on my screen time and reconnect to whatever's left. 'Cause all that we needed was good food, good friends and good wine. All that we needed was good food, good friends and good wine. All that we needed was a good time. Cast my memory back to the day it all fell apart. I was standing in the corner in Geelong and the wind it blew hard, and the arguments rained on the buses and the trains, and all the people who think that we've been framed are the dangerous ones who leave the truth stained. 'Cause all that we needed was good food, good friends and good wine. All that we needed was good food, good friends and good wine. All that we needed was a good time. All we needed was a good, good time. All we needed was a good, good time. All we needed was a good time. And so we sing and we dance like it's always been, with the fear inside that weighs on my mind when it dreams. And though the laughs are plenty and the vibe is strong, it's funny how we all get strung along by the good food, good friends and good wine. Thank you. We're going to play you one last little tune here on the piano. The other thing I did during COVID was learn to play piano. So I put it to some use. Last year I played a gig at a venue on the coast here, and a very strange experience. where I met face to face this girl who was in a very bad state, probably with addiction to something like meth. And she sat there next to me for the entire 3 hours of my gig and told me her life story, even while I was playing and singing songs, which was incredibly uncomfortable. But it was very sad at the same time to see somebody in that terrible way, and I hope she's okay. But I wrote this little song about her called Lost Girl. This will be released in 2024, folks. We're recording it at the moment, and I can't wait to share it with you. This is Lost Girl. Thanks so much for having me, folks. It's been a pleasure. Crazy girl, she came away. She was looking down the barrel of a gun. But no one really knew her at all, though her wings were clipped so she couldn't run. And her mouth was made for talking, and her feet were bloody from walking around barefoot all day. That goddamn powder's got you bad. You better get off all that. 'Cause one of these days that medicine's gonna end your world. Gonna be just another lost girl. The demons walking by your side are still gonna be there tonight. And don't be just another lost girl. Just another lost girl. Said that Jesus is coming to save you. He's gonna put a bit of love back into your heart. But something tells me he's gonna fail you, and you're gonna be making another brand new start. But I bet that you were pretty in those days back in the city where it all went wrong. The place you got your first taste of that gear that made your heart race. You thought you'd be too strong. 'Cause one of these days that medicine's gonna end your world. You're gonna be just another lost girl. The demons walking by your side are still gonna be there tonight. Don't be just another lost girl. You can turn it around. Get out of this town. Don't be another lost girl. There's more to this world. Don't be another lost girl. There's more to days that medicine's gonna end your world. You're gonna be just another lost girl. Yeah, one of these days that medicine's gonna end your world. And you're gonna be just another lost girl. Yeah, one of these days that medicine is gonna end your world. And you're gonna be just another lost girl. The demons walking by your side are still gonna be there tonight. Don't be just another lost girl. Just another lost girl. Thank you. Cheers, buddy.